Hi folks, Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi. Where we sell trucks, we sell lots and lots of trucks, folks. Diesel trucks. There's three things you'll know about our trucks. I promise you they're all good trucks. They do like they're supposed to, and they're great values. We're going to list a truck today that's a really affordable truck, a really neat truck to have. I'm talking about a nicely equipped, great truck. If you go down to your local Ford dealer and price one of these trucks out, I promise you, you will get sticker shock. But these trucks we sell are great values. Anyone can afford them. The only thing, they may not smell like a new one for a couple of weeks, but you'll really get great service and great value out of them. This is a 2006 Ford F250 turbo diesel FX4 package. It is a Lariat, a 2006 Ford F250 Lariat, four-wheel drive, sitting on a matching set of tires and spares under it just like it's supposed to be. Got every piece of equipment, windows, door locks, tilt cruise and all that, power on both sides, electricity on both sides. This is a good truck. Come on, we're gonna show it to you. Got a brand new windshield in it. It's not beat up, not pecked up. Got a great stance to it.
There's no pecks in the hood. The valence is nice.
Chipped up, but look in here at this interior. You want to see something immaculate? Look at that. The headliner is just the way it ought to be. You see the lights on? Show the carpets here, son. The carpets are perfect. The windows, got every piece of equipment.
Power pedals, upfitter switches, tow command, auto climate.
See the seat working here? These are the original seats. Look here, show this, son. There's your Lariat emblems and all that. Not beat up, not cracked and all that. Inside the jams, it's never been a farm truck, never been a work truck. You can see the kick panels here. It's only
373 limited slip.
Matching set of tires, look back here.
Southern truck, privacy windows, got the flip up console. See the carpet's nice. No rust in the cab corners or under the doors.
We say that because for the customer, the truck lines are straight, bed liner in it.
Still got the factory 4 bed liner still in it.
Still got some of the stickers over there. You can see under here there's no rust issues. A local truck, spares underneath it. Never been backed in anything. It's not beat up. Got a great trailer hitch on it. It'll pull anything you've got the nerve to hook to it. Look down the side how straight it is. All the decals are good. Once again, we'll show you underneath here. I don't see it. I'm sure somebody can find a peck or a ding, but I don't see it. These headliners always show up as looking dirty in these videos, folks. I don't know why, but the headliner looks just like it ought to be and as clean as a pin. Once again, we're showing you the decals here. Come up here, power on both sides. See the seat moving, carpet's fresh as it can be in here. Never been out in the mud, beat around. See how clean that is? You can't get that, if they're ever in the farm trucks or anything, you can't get that clean. They're all in here, there's no dust, mud, everything, windows, door locks, the glass is all perfect. This windshield, as I said, is a new one, F250 Super Duty Lariat tires.
Duck Commander tires.
Duck Commander. You can't say anything else about this truck, folks, without being, redundant. It's just a nice truck. It's going to be a great value. So if you've been looking for a Ford truck and you think you don't want to mortgage your future to have one, well, you're wrong. You can buy a truck like this, get great service out of it. The depreciation's already gone. You can go buy your new truck and lose $40,000 when you drive off the lot. You can buy a truck like this and drive it for 5 years and probably lose $50 a month, if that, on, based upon the way they've been. The depreciation's just all the way out of it. Great truck, 2006 Ford F250 turbo diesel FX4 four-wheel drive package. It is a Lariat, heavily equipped. Good set of tires.
Equipped, not stripped.
Everything works. Just a nice truck. Whoever buys this truck is going to like it a lot. If you have it shipped, which so many people are doing nowadays because it's so economical, believe me, when it gets there, you'll enjoy it. Nice 2006 Lariat 4-wheel drive. Thanks so much for watching our video, folks. We do appreciate it. Look forward to visiting with you about this truck, seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive, but before I do, just want to show you a few things under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under hood. This is just how this thing came in. A little dust, a little light dirt, nothing major though. One thing you can take away from the way this engine looks under the hood is that it's spent very little, if any time, off in mud holes and stuff, because a truck that's been out in the mud and everything, all these bare aluminum pieces, they get this brown patina that just can't be cleaned off. And this one doesn't have that. What it does have, this alternator is fresh. It's been replaced at some point recently, it looks like. But the main thing I want to show you is, you can see right here, no blow-by, not even a wisp of smoke. Although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. The main thing is, you can see, well, there may be a tiny wisp of smoke, but it's almost invisible, and it's just wisping out. It's not under pressure. But the main thing is, I set the cap down on the filler tube and it doesn't blow off. If it were to blow off, that would mean it had blow-by. And all blow-by is, that's engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase. Not necessarily the sign of a bad engine, but it's a sign of wear that this truck doesn't have. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Now we're going to hop in, take you on a test drive. Okay, now we're in the truck, about to get on the road. You can see, gotta turn this down. Pioneer stereo, ice cold air, auto climate. Got the tow command set up, upfitter switches, automatic headlights, fog lights, power, automatic dimming rearview mirror. Got all that good stuff. I'm gonna put the camera down just a second while I buckle my seat belt. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So even though the video may come out a little shaky, rest assured the truck rides and drives great. It's got the steering wheel controls for your cruise, for the fan that works, all that stuff works. Of course the stereo controls don't work since it's a Pioneer stereo now, but truck has a new windshield in it, so no cracks or rock pecks or any of that. It's got the compass built into the dash, the distance to empty, all that fuel economy stuff is built in. Got a nice steering wheel cover on it, felt, so it doesn't get hot. Dash doesn't have any cracks in it, doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes. This truck fires right up and runs perfect, hot or cold. And whether you buy from us or whomever, you always want to hear a Power Stroke diesel crank up cold, because it may run perfect warmed up, but if it's got FICM issues or injector issues or other kind of problems, you won't know until the next day when you crank it up that morning and it runs like crap. Well, this one doesn't have any of those issues, so you don't have to worry about that. There's only a couple things I can nitpick on this truck. First of all, the power sliding rear window does not work. That's just a common deal with them. They have a little, basically a window motor hooked to a little cable that goes back and forth, and there's a plastic gear in there, and usually that's what messes up. But it doesn't work. But it's closed, so you know, how bad do you really need to throw something into the bed from the cab anyway? Not that bad, I wouldn't think. So nothing to worry about. It does have the power adjustable pedals as well. Like we said, this truck does have the 6-liter Power Stroke diesel, but don't let that worry you. A lot of people cry about 6 liters, but that's mostly from 7.3 owners who bought 6 liters and didn't service them and had problems, because that's where most of the bad rap the 6.0 gets comes from. Because you could take a 7.3 and all you had to do was keep the oil topped off and you were good to go. But you can't treat a 6.0 like that. You've got to keep these engines serviced. You got to change the oil every 5,000 miles. You got to change the fuel filters every other oil change, and you have to use Ford filters. You can't use aftermarket because Ford won't release the patent on their filter design. So all these aftermarket ones, even the high quality name brand ones, they'll fit, but they're not really filtering. So you got to keep them serviced, Ford filters, and you do that and these trucks can run forever. And the only other weak point they've got, other than just having to keep them serviced properly, is the EGR cooler. And what happens is, over time they'll get cracks and they'll start letting water into the cylinders. Well, water doesn't compress, so it stretches the factory head bolts and blows the head gasket. And that's why this truck, the EGR cooler, has been deleted. So you don't have to worry about it. It's got a little, like a 30 or 40 horse tow slash miles per gallon tune. So no stress whatsoever. Now the truck's not studded, I'll tell you that up front. A lot of people think, oh well, you got to buy one that's bulletproof, aka studded. Well, no you don't. There's only two reasons to stud a 6.0. A, you're in a state where you can't delete the EGR cooler and you got to leave the EGR cooler, which is a ticking time bomb, and you don't want to take a chance. Or B, you want to put a tune on the engine and crank up the horsepower over 100 extra horsepower. Now in those two instances, yeah, you probably need to stud it. But if neither one of those is the case, don't worry about it. It's $5 grand, or well, we can get it done for less if you just really want it done, but most people end up paying $4 or $5 grand to get it done. And unless yours are already blown, it's a waste of money. Now, if, you know, you get one that somebody ran the EGR cooler leaking too long and blew the head gaskets, or put a big tune on it and blew the head gaskets, well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to do them anyway, spend the extra few $100 and stud it. But otherwise, it's just really not necessary. But you know, it is peace of mind. So you know, if you want to stud this truck, we can stud it. It'll be around $3,500, $4 grand, but we can get it done if you really want it done. But it's, like I said, not necessary. One thing that I can't convey on this video is how quiet this engine is. A lot of times you'll hear a little, when you give it throttle, like on the highway, you'll hear this little diesel-y sound coming from under the hood, and what that is, that's an exhaust leak from the Y pipe between the turbo and the exhaust, and it's a pain in the ass to replace. Excuse my language, but what that also is, you know, every once in a while they'll just get a crack in them, but usually you don't get exhaust leaks unless they've been run pretty hard. They've been towing a heavy load, somebody's, you know, had their foot on the floor, they've been kind of beat on. This one doesn't have any exhaust leaks, so you don't have to worry about that. Trying to think what else there is I can tell you about it. I mean, really not much to nitpick on this truck. Only 186,105 miles at current. Now that can change within, you know, 200 or 300 miles tops, in case, you know, we may need to go move a camper with it or something. But that's pretty much it. So, because I had a guy flip out the other day because this truck had, I think it was like 230 miles more on the truck than I said it had in the auction. Well, I mean, who's gonna cry about that? I don't understand it. But anyway, it'll be pretty close to 186, 105, maybe 186.2 tops, I would think, if even that. But probably not even that. Although this truck does have a quarter tank of diesel, so the ones with fuel are the ones that get drove. This truck boosts right up. There's no lag in the turbo. Like a lot of times that the variable vanes in the turbo are sticking, you give it throttle and you got to wait a few seconds before that boost kicks on. But not with this one. As soon as you hit it, it goes, which is another good sign of a well-maintained truck. If you want to fly in, drive this truck home, you can. We'll be glad to pick you up at the airport, no extra charge during our regular business hours. We'll come back to our office here in Jackson, Mississippi, do all the paperwork and feedback and everything, let you get on the road. Make it a real smooth, simple transaction. But if you're like most of our customers, you're from the Northeast or the Midwest, and you're buying from us because we got good prices and we got Southern trucks that aren't rusted out. And so we understand most of you don't have time to spend several days driving or flying down and then driving home. So with that being said, if you would have to ship the truck, don't let the idea of having to deal with shipping dissuade you from buying it. Or if you look up these price quotes online, don't let the prices you get scare you off, because odds are, depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off. And the reason for that is most of these places you find online, they're not actual shippers. They don't have a fleet of trucks out on the road. They're just brokers. And what they'll do is they'll charge you hundreds of dollars and they'll call it a deposit, but all it really is their broker's fee for arranging transport with somebody else. And they all use this one website called Central Dispatch. It's kind of like U-Ship, but it's not open to the public, and it's just for people in the transportation business. And we've joined them up. We've joined up with Central. We pay all the fees, joining fees, membership fees, and everything. So basically, we can offer you wholesale rates on shipping. So if you're interested, shoot me a text or an email with your zip code, and I'll get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. Or if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, then I can get you a real good deal on shipping. But basically, the way it works is you pay us for the truck. We go ahead and send you the title and the paperwork. Excuse me. We post it for shipment. We find somebody to haul it, make all the arrangements, get it picked up, and when they drop it off to you, you hand them the cash for the shipping charges. We don't charge a markup or a fee or anything to customers, although even if you don't buy from us, we'll do it for $50, but we'd rather you buy from us and then we'll do it for free, just as a service. So we don't get anything out of it. It's just a free service. On average, it takes 3 to 5 days from the time we post it till the time it gets picked up. Now, if you're off the beaten path, or just depending on who's in the area that's headed your way, we've had them picked up as quickly as the same day. We've had it take a week or more to get one picked up. It's just, that's not in our control. We post it and wait till we hear from somebody that can haul it. So that's just how that works. But we've done it hundreds of times. It's a smooth, simple transaction. So like I said, if you're interested, shoot me a text or an email, 601-376-9869 with your zip code, and I'll be glad to get you a quote. And if you have any questions about the truck, give me a call. I'll be glad to answer them. Be glad to talk about these 6 liters, EGR cooler deletes, any of that good stuff. Any questions you may have about how that stuff works, what it takes to buy it, if you want to make an offer, any of that, just call me, 601-376-9869. Before we go, we've been driving over 10 minutes. I just want to show you the dash. You can see no warning lights lit, no service lights. All the gauges are reading up where they're supposed to be. This road is so horrible. Anyway, I just like to show the dash after we've been driving a while, because it's easy to kill a light with your scan tool and take a picture and say, oh look, no lights lit. But if there's a problem and you haven't fixed it, then as soon as you start driving a little while, that light's going to come right back on. But you can see we've been driving this one a while and no lights on. So just like pointing that out. Like I said, if you have any questions, give me a call, 601-376-9869. Appreciate you watching the video and hearing everything we have to say, and look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.